He has led and built teams for some 25 years in business, sport, schools, charitable and professional organisations. He left the law in June 1993 to establish a whole new career as a professional speaker, facilitator and corporate coach. His specialty is the field of training and development, and of course through Kovess International. He's the author of the best-selling book, Passionate People Produce. Charles is also a triathlete, now competing in his 14th consecutive year. He's run 8 marathons and he's completed the Ironman triathlon. Seems there's a bit of masochism creeping into the passion. He believes that he is still married, and as far as he can recall, he has 4 children. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Kovess is one of the most passionate people you will ever meet. He's lived a life of passion and he knows the benefits from doing so. He's here today to show us how to access that passion in such a way that will benefit both ourselves and those we lead. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a passionate welcome to the passion provocateur, Charles Kovess.
I want to share with you the reasons why passionate people produce profits, why your passion is the key to your success, and why so many businesses fail. What I'm going to share with you is practical, usable information. We are in incredibly changing times. It's a truism. You've heard lots of other people talk about it. Times are changing. Your passion will help you succeed through these times. And there's this powerful link between your passion and the profits of your business. And some people say, well, passionate people produce profits. You know, is that spelled F-I-T-S or P-H-E-T-S? Well, most prophets have been passionate, and I'm a prophet for passion. I'll give you 7 strategies to access your passion. I'll give you 7 ways that you can tie it in to you, tie it in for your children and those that you work with. Strategies to find your passion. If you don't know what it is, how do you find it? I stopped practicing law because I found most organisations don't look after their people. Most organisations don't tap into passion. At the end of this century, right, we are slowly starting to understand the importance of people. And we've read books about it, but to actually achieve that is a challenge. Actually achieve it. Why? Because how many people get taught about how to handle people? How many of you studied how to lead people? Where do you do that? Today in school, where does that happen? We make this assumption that because we deal with people, we understand. We understand how to motivate them. We understand how to lead them. We understand how to sell them. Not true. I want to share some perspectives with you, and one thing I ask you, please, is to have an open mind. And if I remind you of ideas you've heard before, you go, oh yeah, I know that. That's wonderful. But there's a danger. As soon as you say, I know that, the risk is your brain shuts off. I ask you to keep it open. I'll share some perspectives with you that are valuable, that are the key to your success. Now, why did I stop practicing law? I practiced it for 20 years. I mastered it. I didn't need to practice it anymore. No, I got sick of the lawyer jokes. That's the truth. You know, I got sick of jokes like, you know, why do they bury lawyers 12 feet under? Because deep down, lawyers are okay. And what do you call a lawyer with an IQ of 25? Your honour. So I got sick of all that, and I said, no, I'm not going to be a lawyer anymore. I was passionate about being a lawyer, but I became, in my journey, I understood that I was more passionate about this thing called passion. Why it's the key to your commitment. Now think of a time. Think of a time in your life when you were committed. How committed are you today to your profession? I want to tell you a story of commitment. And it's a time when I did the Ironman triathlon. Have any of you done an triathlon in the room? Anyone here? Yeah, they're fun things to do. Most people think it's a little bit insane. It's just a little bit insane. The Ironman triathlon is very insane. And I made this decision 10 years ago to do this Ironman triathlon. It's a 4-kilometre swim, 180-kilometre bike ride, and a 42-kilometre run. 42.195 kilometres, in fact, a marathon. And I started this event at 7 o'clock in the morning up at Foster, Tuncurry. And I was committed to this process. For 6 months I trained morning and night. 7 a.m. in the morning, cold lake with 1,200 other maniacs. And we started swimming. And after an hour we got out of the water and they said, right, you can get on your bike now. There's no stop, get onto a bike and start riding for 180 kilometres. And after 5.5 hours I got off my bike. And I had to bend over and put my shoes on and start running. Start running 42 kilometres. Interesting experience. If you've ever run after you've ridden a bike, it's a challenge. And after 20 kilometres my body is saying, you don't have to do this. You don't have to finish. This is madness, you know. There's people on the side there. Look, there's a drink. You can stop. I said, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. And 2 kilometres to go. It was 7 o'clock at night. I've been running for 12 hours. 1 kilometre to go. And we were carrying night lights. This was dark by this stage, so the cars wouldn't run you over. And coming up to this chute, and I'm sure you've seen it on TV, of the Hawaii Ironman. Hundreds of people cheering. And coming up, you know, 12 hours and 10 minutes, and they could see the clock 200 metres up there, and the cheering. It was the most extraordinary experience. Most extraordinary experience, and to cross that line. And that feeling, I can recreate that right now, just telling you that story, how that felt. My question to you is, when was the last time you were committed? When did you put you on the line? And the rewards are enormous. The rewards, your ability to tap into who we are as human beings when you're committed. And passion is the key to your commitment. Think of the great leaders. Who are the leaders on the planet who have inspired you? Who are they? Dalai Lama, Gandhi, Bill Gates, Kevin Sheedy. Anyone here back for Essendon? Anyone? Oh, what an intelligent fellow. Thank you, Winston. Essendon's playing today, so for those of you that love football, I'm an Essendon supporter. Kevin Sheedy's passion, he's been a coach for 19 years. How many other coaches last that long? Great leaders are passionate. They have commitment, and passion's the key to your commitment. And think of a time when you have that commitment, what you are capable of. I want to remind you of what it's like.